I'm Ellen from Melbourne Masterclasses, and in this video, I'll be talking about how to hold the bow. Before we get started, I wanted to run through a little warm-up exercise that I like to do to make sure that I'm doing my bow hold with the right hand and to make sure that all of my fingers are nice and curved. So what we're going to do to begin with is practice framing a photo just like this. Now with your hand that is making the L shape, I want you to take that and put that behind your back, right out of the way. We should be left with our right hand. Can you give me a quick wave? And now what I want you to do is turn it over and to tap each of your fingers with your thumb, just like this. Now, what you should notice is that each of your fingers and your thumb are nice and curved and really soft and really relaxed. They're not straight. We're not tapping with straight fingers like this. That means our hand's really tight, nice and soft, nice and curved. Okay, now that we know what hand that we're going to be making our bow hold with and the general feel of our soft, relaxed fingers, we're ready to introduce the main ingredient. To be able to hold the bow successfully, we need to know the different parts. So here we have the stick, here we have the bow grip, here we have the screw that we use to loosen and tighten the bow hair, here we have the frog or the heel of the bow, and last but not least, here we have the hair that we don't ever want to touch with our fingers or our hands because that'll make it dirty. So when talking about the bow hold, I like to call upon my good friend Bunny to help me out. Bunny is here to help us make our very own bunny bow hold, and to do that we need a couple of things. We need 2 floppy bunny ears, we need 2 big bunny buck teeth to munch on the bunny's favourite food, carrot, and we need a bendy back leg for the bunny to hop around on. That's 2 floppy ears, 2 big bunny buck teeth to munch away on the carrot, and a bendy back leg for the bunny to hop around on. So what that looks like on our bow is we're going to start with the bendy back leg because that's the strongest part of the bunny and everything else relies on that. So we're going to start with the bendy back leg, and you're going to place your thumb not on the big squishy pad here, you're going to place it on the top corner in between the frog and the bow grip. Okay, so nice and bendy, corner of the thumb, just like that. So when your bendy back leg is in the right position, the next thing is the 2 buck teeth reach right around over the carrot, all the way over. They're not taking little nibbles from up the top here. They're taking a really big bite out of the carrot because it's very hungry, all the way over. Okay. Then with our floppy ears, our pinky finger is one of them, and it's going to sit up on top of the carrot, and the other floppy ear is going to rest really softly and nice and relaxed over here. Okay, it's very, very important that all of our fingers, especially our floppy ears, remain nice and floppy and not straight. If they're straight, they're not floppy ears anymore, and our hand gets really hard. Okay, so what that is, bendy back leg, strongest part of the bunny, in between the frog and the bow grip. Then we're going to reach all the way around over the carrot with our 2 big buck teeth for that big bite. Then our 2 floppy ears, pinky sits on top of the carrot because it's not eating the carrot, that's for the buck teeth. And the other floppy ear taking a nice good rest over here. All curved, all soft, all relaxed. And now that we have our bunny bow hold, I want to talk about one last thing. For your bunny to be able to move the bow down and up, we need to turn our hand slightly, and that's called pronation. So we need to pronate our hand ever so slightly to lean more on this floppy ear. And now we don't want this floppy ear to go straight because that's what we're doing. Not at all. We want it to remain nice and relaxed, nice and soft. We're just leaning on it a little bit more than we were before. It's like if we want to jump and we want to go forward, we need to lean in that direction as well. The same goes for our bunny bow hold. We need to lean ever so slightly more on this floppy ear. And there you have it. Your perfect bow hold. Stay right there. I need to take a photo of that perfect bow hold. Oh, come on.